early.
What's good, folks? We are back. It is another episode of Early.
Yes.
Appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. There is so much going on in the NBA world, bro.
Man,
like
for sure.
that
taking all the storm from Super Bowl week. This
facts,
is the last,
bro.
I've
that
never
trade
seen this
deadline
happen.
came around
Never seen
and
this happen
motherfuckers
before.
got busy.
Nobody talking about that bowl, man. We talking about
GMs
the
got
league.
no. That's facts, actually. That's actually
I've
facts.
never seen this happen.
It's crazy how we're in Super Bowl week, but I actually thought about this. I think we talk about football so much in the weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, and then you get 2 weeks to talk about the Super Bowl. That you talk about everything in that first week. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is there to talk about in week 2? And, like the days leading up to it. You know
what it is? It's just in retrospect. I always remember these 2 weeks leading up to the bowl. They always create these angles to make stories. There's not a story, but it's like we just have to keep on talking about it.
You got to
over and over and over.
Pat Mahomes wears
but guess
Hanes
what?
instead of Fruit of the Loom.
When we
like,
got motherfucking breaking news. Yeah,
that shit gets pushed. We don't gotta make up stories. Yeah, we don't gotta make up stories. We don't gotta. Facts.
We gotta talk about what's happening right now.
And then even like all day Saturday, all day Sunday, we're gonna have our Super Bowl talks and stuff like that.
Commercials.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But nah, man, this NBA trade deadline in particular feels like the GMs like put their big boy pants on. It was like they're trying to be the stars of the league or some shit, bro.
At the end of the day, I'm doing what the fuck is good for the team. Yeah. And we've seen in few instances other than LeBron, right? Bradley Beal is the only player in the league with a trade clause.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's literally the only player?
Exactly. That's why I always say Bradley Beal has one of the greatest agents of all time.
Really?
How he got him that deal. He's getting $45 million and he got a trade clause.
Yeah.
Life is amazing. Yeah. I say that because we're in this day and age, and I really do, I side with players, but I also, like, when we look at this Jimmy Butler situation that happened, right, and I want to see your thoughts on him going to the Warriors as well. You see somebody kind of trying to influence where they're going to go or trying to dictate their own market. And sometimes, we've seen in the past how it's worked. It's worked for Jimmy Butler at every stop. But this time, it's kind of like, yo, bro, you have no leverage. And I'm thinking all this, you talk about the GMs put their big boy pants on. They were just literally on some, bro, this is my squad.
Yeah.
And I get paid to run this shit so we can win.
Yeah.
And you're actually detrimental to the team. And I don't give a I hear where you're saying you want to go. But if they don't give me what I want, I don't give a fuck if that's where you want to go. You get out of here.
Did Jimmy Butler not want to go to the Warriors?
He was on. He literally said so much as of 2 days ago. I don't want to go to the Warriors. He literally
really?
said that, and he said I want to go to Phoenix and Phoenix only. Now, as a GM, I'd be like, bruh.
Nigga, tell Phoenix that. You know what I'm saying? I also like tell Phoenix that. Like, we gotta have a deal.
I have to send you to this one team.
Yeah.
Respect.
It's like, does Phoenix want you? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where that's where the conversation starts.
No,
like, does Phoenix want you? Okay, they did. All right, bet.
But that's
then it's like send the deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? If the deal is worth it, then we can send you there.
But this is the thing. Heat don't have no need for Bill. They don't want Bill. Yeah. So it's like you need to bring a third team into it.
Did Bill want to go there or something? Or no, did Bill not? What's
he's
the
the
vibe?
one with the trade clause, so he has to accept anywhere.
Yeah. And that's like their biggest bargaining chip?
They were like, yo, let's go. We got a deal ready to give y'all Butler. Phoenix is fiending for Butler.
Yeah.
But they're looking at Beal like,
so Beal was like their biggest bargaining chip, and he wasn't rocking.
Beal was the one, literally, he had all of the leverage. He literally said earlier in the week, my family is kind of situated.
I don't want to. My kids just started school. Like, I just got my kids.
What are you gonna say? You gotta wait. You're gonna be like, oh, all right.
Bags.
So that didn't happen, and now it's a matter of, it's like, now if I'm the Heat, I'm like, look, Jimmy, we respect what you've done here past 4 or 5 years. Very, some historical shit you've done.
Yeah.
So. Even though you don't have no trade clause, we hear you. We'd like to, help you out, but they're not. We don't want Bill, and they can't give us no deal. We would like Durant, but, maybe they don't like the deal we have for Durant.
You know what's interesting, though? I hear you in the sense of, like, Miami trying to be like, okay, we appreciate what you've done the last, like, few years. But the thing is, I feel like all that kind of goes out the window in the way Jimmy Butler's been acting in the last, like, 2 months, 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, nigga, to me, because the thing is, I absolutely understand appreciating what people have done for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also the type of person that like I'm looking at what's happening to me right in front of my face.
100%,
Like what you did for me was cool back then, but it don't mean that you can just act like a brat, you know what I'm saying, today, and then want me to move or take into consideration everything that you did before you start acting like a brat.
I'm more
you know
so
what I mean?
saying they still did it though. So shout out to the Heat organization.
Yeah.
They still tried to get you to where you wanted
Yeah.
after you did all of that. They said, all right, fuck it. Let's try to get you to Phoenix. We don't want Beal. They couldn't give us a deal, bro. It's done.
And
we're
also,
not,
too,
we're not about to take the short end of the stick and get nothing for
Yeah.
you. We're not about to do that.
Yeah.
And then have all four of you, Durant, Beal, and Booker. No, no, bro.
Like a team of the
I think
Monstars
the Heat won the
and
trade.
no bench.
I mean, you see what they got for the. You got Wiggins. You got
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
Well, Schroeder got shipped, but Schroeder. There was another dude and then a pick. Yeah.
Like, come on, they got a.
I was finna say about the Jimmy Butler thing. Like, I also gotta kind of say that I don't know. I only know what the media has said about how Jimmy Butler was acting. I don't really know what that was like. I heard he walked out of one practice, and that's kind of what made him get suspended for like a couple games, and then he missed the team flight. That made him get suspended a couple more times.
The final straw.
What was the final straw?
Final straw, Stephen A was saying, was basically Jimmy told him, I would like to be traded.
Jimmy told him as in Stephen A?
Pat Riley.
Oh, okay.
Pat Riley. And they said, Pat Riley said, I'm not trading you anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that, and it like, he said, and that right, because basically it's like, if a player asks you, I would like to be out of here, the best thing you should probably see in a situation is like,
let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
Not look you dead in your eye like,
no, nigga.
No, you're not going anywhere.
Like put him in detention type
that's when
shit.
Butler said, oh, y'all trying to like,
yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not about to make this like enjoyable. I'll ball or whatever, but y'all not gonna like me.
Yeah.
And
okay.
so that's the rift. You can't. And now it's a matter of like ego. It's like, bro, all right, whatever. We'll trade you. Like, we're not about to keep it around. You know. And now the Suns. Unfortunately, what sucks about trade talks is if you don't actually get the trade done, your chemistry stands in jeopardy because now you're gonna have to stick around players where it's just like y'all niggas was just trying to trade the fuck out of me.
I mean,
but as I'm not even.
It's the business. Like,
I'm not assuming though. It was saying so. Ramona Shelbourne today said the Phoenix locker room is toxic now, and I was like, damn. So now experiment done, and they couldn't get Durant off, and it's just like
So I also I was hearing them trying to. I was hearing a lot of they're trying to get Durant to the Warriors and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, what's
move.
Yeah.
And so he said,
and they want to blow this up. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
Phoenix
basically because they're saying as constructed it
it's
can't
not
work.
work.
And if we could move Beal, we could bring somebody in where we could see something if it could work. But if he won't be willing to do that, then our little thing is, all right, well, we know everybody wants Durant, so let's see what the market is for that. But the deadline passed. They couldn't get nothing. Something that was a real play was Durant could have potentially went to the Mavs. And, we're going to talk about
and Booker not going nowhere? Like
Booker's a lifer. Suns
he's
are
a
not,
Suns lifer?
They're not even. Yeah, and I respect that. Like,
sure.
He's done his thing, and it's not like there isn't a move, though, to make, And Rockets, Phoenix tried to deal with the Rockets, and Rockets literally told them, unless y'all dealing Devin Booker, we have nothing.
We got nothing to talk about.
Because the Rockets are a really good team.
Yeah.
Think about
But even what are they going to do? Not what are they going to do with Devin Booker? Like he's not something you can do something with. But
I would package
I feel like
a deal with Jalen Green and some pieces. If I could put Devin
I
Booker
would
with that,
I would leave Houston constructed how they are. Like give me Jalen Green. Like Jalen Green is budding. You know what I'm saying? Amon Thompson. Like I would leave them as constructed and see what's going on.
By next year, people will realize he is the best. He's the best. He'll be the best player on that team.
I'm finished, but no, that's kind of my point. Like I'm looking at it like let's see what's going.
You want it to be like the Thunder
keep
process.
it, yeah. Like
don't do
build with what, build with what you got. Don't bring in a Devin Booker and try to win a ship this year. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Build it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are already like y'all are like 60% of the way there. You know what I'm saying?
100% I hear you. But I'm just if he
was
to be dealt,
that was
100% we'd entertain that. Yeah.
But I mean, let's get to the big fish. You know what I'm saying? Because we can get to the guppies after the big fish. But nigga, you hit me on Sunday morning.
Yeah,
I woke up
like,
to a text from Brooks saying Luka.
Yeah, I'm serious, like, yo,
and I'm like, what the? I went to sleep like everything was all good. I woke up to a text from Brooks saying Luka. I'm like, what is going on? So before I even reply, I just kind of scour the internet a little bit. I'm just like, let me see what's going on with Luka. I see Luka traded to the Lakers for AD, and I'm sure at this point everybody has said this, but I did not believe it. You know, so I was like, what? I was like, there's no way this is real. Like in the day and age of this version of the internet, where you know what I'm saying, like things can spread like wildfire. That's not true. I was like, I don't know what this is about. You know what I'm saying?
It was a funny social media experience that night. I was up looking at some charts, meme coins. So it's around like 12, like midnight, 12:30, and I just look on my timeline, and I see something about Luka. Lakers. I'm like,
Luka Lakers.
But my brain is not comprehending.
No, that's like, kind of how I felt too.
Happening. Okay, so look, and then I see NBA Central, like the account on X, saying Luka Doncic, the Mavericks just traded, and I'm like, to the Lakers, and I'm like, wait, that's Central. If you don't know, Central is a spam account of Central. So it's like fake shit, and they always do a wild,
it'd be like funny shit and like
shit. You will really think, and they'll be like, fuck, it's Central.
Yeah.
Central.
Okay? Like, it'll get
so
you.
I'm looking like, this is Central. I was like, I'm looking at the name. I'm like, no, this is Central. I'm like, nah, this is Cap. I'm looking at Shams Charania page. He's saying it. I'm like, this is spam. This is not. I'm clicking it like, this him?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what's going on, dog? Do we just get Luke? And then basically everybody kind of reiterated. Shannon's like, bro, I had to quote tweet my own tweet and tell him, yes, this was me. I tweeted this. It happened. Because everybody was just shocked.
And that's kind of how you know something is
biggest
really
that ever happened.
Well, yeah, but I'm just more saying, I'm more speaking to the point that you made of seeing something and your brain can't comprehend it because it sounds so unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Like you're looking at it, but you can't even. You're questioning what you're seeing with your own eyes because it don't make sense. And I'm gonna tell you, I mean, the reasons why it don't make sense. You got a 25-year-old superstar. Like I'm thinking Luka's gonna be a Dallas lifer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what all signs were pointing to up until that day. So, and then also too, with the trade deadline approaching, you don't hear about a trade happening without rumbles first. You know what I'm saying? Like even with this whole drawn out Jimmy Butler thing, De'Aaron Fox coming out and saying, you know what I'm saying? Like you hear about a guy being on the trading block before he actually gets traded. You don't hear nothing about motherfuckers even having any kind of interest of listening to offers for Luka. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it seem really, really, really unbelievable. There was no lead up. There was no kind of like, you know what I'm saying, lead up to that.
And when everything, you know, kind of set in stone and the reasons were explained, I was like, wow. So
what were the reasons? Because I didn't really hear many.
It is one reason. The Mavericks, I don't know if you've noticed, they've always had these little issues with Luka in terms of your health, getting right weight management and shit like that, losing couple, kind of like how Zion, how the Pelicans, they've always been on that. And I didn't know they were still harping on his finals, his defense display in the finals against the Celtics. Yeah. And they basically said he was up for his extension to get a $349 million extension. And they think that he has peaked and he's not about to
be worth that over the next 5 years.
Money over the next 5 years. So they made a play. The GM, I can't recall his name.
Nico Collins? Nico something like that?
Nico.
I think it's Nico Collins.
No,
Nico Collins is the receiver for the right. His name is Nico something.
Nico is his name. Yeah. He has a personal relationship with Rob Pelinka.
I heard about that.
Goes back. Yeah. He even has a relationship with Jeannie Buss.
Yeah.
So
I heard about
imagine this. The situation we just seen for real, bro. It's like, imagine if we manage teams, bro. And I'm like, yo, you my brother. I'm about to hit you real quick, bro, with a play.
Yeah.
Because you got somebody I want. You do.
Yeah.
Why I got to entertain everybody else?
Yeah.
You're my mans. I'm going to hit you. I will tell everybody if you're not interested.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come to you first real quick. Yo, bro. I got Luka. you trying to trade AD? You probably like. Wait,
stop
what?
playing. I'm like, Brooke, stop playing, bro. Brooke, get off my phone.
You're like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, you don't have no plans to move AD right now, but you're like, wait, what are you talking about?
Nigga, I saw an interview. Right I saw an interview from like a week ago where AD was like, man, if we get a center, we'll be straight.
Yo, that was crazy. And then there was another
he was like, man, if we get a center, we'll be straight.
There was another reporter asked
so I'm not going to tell upstairs what to do, but
a reporter had asked him a question too a couple days ago. I forgot what they had asked, and he said, "You say that like I'm about to be traded."
Oh, really?
I was like, "How did he say this 2 days before?"
I'm weak. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, bro. When as it happened, though, I was just like, "Holy shit, bro!" So,
but you're saying like, Dallas's qualms with Luka was the money. They didn't think he would be worth that money in 5 years or over the course of the next 5 years. I kind of want to go ahead.
So. Now this is the chip that they put on Luka's shoulder. The max that he can sign with the Lakers or any other team is $229 million. The team that drafts you first always has like this boost in terms of what they can give on your super max. So they basically kind of just took $100 mil out from him just because they said, we don't believe in you anymore. Yeah. And I'm like,
I mean, but hold on. Well, they don't owe him belief. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm just saying. I'm more so. I'm saying all this is if I'm Luka, I'm like, well, shit. We're about to see what like
revenge tour for sure.
I'd like to see that, right? We're gonna see how he respond. But I'm like, well, Luka, I never would have thought this was a player you had to give a chip to, like give a little motivation to. I'm like, wow. And now he's paired with his idol. Yeah. I'm like, I'm so curious to see how this shit gonna be. Yeah. I like the makeup of the team today, especially with Mark Williams' ad. Than I liked it before the trade deadline. I'm like, we're better. So let's rock out.
Yeah, it is going to actually be very interesting to see how both teams play out because Mavs, I feel like the Mavs got better too, bro. You put because remember in that interview I was referencing where he said, I feel like if we get a center, we'll be straight. It's because he was trying to say how he really prefers to play the four. In Dallas, he can play the four because they got 2 fives. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 5s, bro. They got PJ Washington who could play the 4 or the 3, and now he can play the 3.
He go back to his natural position because he was playing stretch 4. Now it's like, oh.
Who AD or PJ?
PJ.
Okay,
now PJ could get cozy back to where he's more
and then you got Clay, you got Kyrie. Like Kyrie and AD is going to be a crazy like pick and roll option. You know what I'm saying? Like that team is crazy. You can look at it as like Dallas just kind of like sold the farm ish. But that their play is for like right now. Like they can go and win a championship today or this week or this year.
Because I mean it makes sense. Look at Kyrie's age. Yeah. See AD age. I mean they're in their prime. Yeah. But it's more so like, bro, we're not on some.
Luka is like 25 years old. Like he's, Kyrie's like 32, 30 something like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that
they want to get it right.
Luka has like 4, 5, 6 years to get to where Kyrie is, and he's still already great. You know what I'm saying? But with the Dallas play or like the Dallas end of it, they get like a right now kind of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like their team is stacked right now, if you ask me.
To me, it's a win-win too, right? Because the Lakers got their future.
Yeah.
Like, that's the trade.
Yeah, because I think the question always was, like, where do we go after LeBron, you know?
Literally, bro, Lakers never let this shit dry. Like, from the Kobe to the LeBron to the Luka. Like, and I always say, we are not rebuilders. No. We don't do we literally do not do that. Nah. We don't do it well at all. And the funny thing is we actually do draft kind of well. We just never keep our talent. Yeah. But we always make a play that kind of resets us again and we're just kind of like, relevant.
It's kind of speaking of drafting well,
we got years on it.
Speaking of drafting well, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, obviously they got Mark Williams, but it's unfortunate to see Dalton Connect go because I feel like he was tough on that team. Obviously, he's gonna go anywhere and do whatever he does, but yeah, like I feel like Dalton Connect. It was cool. Like he had that one game when he went nuts. You know what I'm saying?
This is the thing with him, right? It's kind of like what we were just saying. Lakers are also in we think we could win right now. Dalton, you're gonna be a really good player. Yeah, but
You're a chip
right now.
Yeah, so like you're a bargaining chip that
Rui,
we gotta. Yeah.
We have Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
We have LeBron. We have Luka. All of those players are literally within 2 to 3 inches. Like literally, like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like we just don't need you.
Yeah.
We need that position is what we need. It's not about you as you're a great player.
Yeah. Fact.
You know, and I don't like the fact that he's going. Hornets, I do like it because he's gonna get his PT.
Yeah,
but Hornets are not. They're just like a losing.
Yeah,
they don't
so
play for anything.
that's not gonna be that's not gonna be good for
But
his.
He should get some PT. Get off,
yeah.
bro. Get off. It's your rookie year. Get off.
That's
You know,
not gonna be
you'll
good
have
for like
fun. You'll have
mindset.
fun.
Like Terry Rozier said when he went from
Good experience, too.
when he went from the Hornets to the Heat, he was like, oh, like motherfuckers care about winning over here. You know what I'm saying?
I think great rookie campaign, bro.
Yeah.
First half, you got to be with AD and LeBron.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Crazy
Yeah, facts.
with some goats, and now.
Now you can
here's
be
your
with
chance, bro. Go
LaMelo
with the
and
guys
Brandon
do your
Ingram.
thing.
I'm not
Go
Brandon Ingram, Brandon Miller and
Miller
stuff
and
like
them. Yeah,
that.
go ahead, do your
So
thing.
it's gonna be like a whole bunch of young boys running
your thing,
around.
man.
But even speaking of Brandon Ingram, he got moved
To the Raptors.
to the Raptors. Which who did they send for him?
That's something if you could look up.
Yeah.
I want to definitely see that, but
while
I
I
like
look it
the
up,
trade.
what do you think? Because the Raptors, I felt like they were going into the abyss. Like I don't hear much about them. Like I know they got Scotty Barnes over there.
This is the thing, though. The Raptors,
but I don't hear shit about them.
Because when it comes to the East on the totem pole, they're not high up. But the Raptors are they're truly doing a rebuild. And
Speaking of the Hornets, real quick,
yeah.
Yusuf Nurkic is on the Hornets now too.
Yeah, because they got him out of there. They had to get him out of there. Yeah, they had to do that.
Just
Like they
to replace that replace Mark Williams as their big man.
Yeah, bro.
Whatever.
Nurkic was.
But
They got him out of. They had to get him out of there. But anyway, fucking who was the player?
The Raptors. We was talking about Ingram and the
so
Raptors.
with the Raptors, bro, they're in the middle of a true rebuild, and right now you kind of have solid players filling up your five now. Like you have Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, Jacob Poeltl. That's gotta respect that. It's pretty nice. I don't know what that bench is looking. And you also have Grady Dick. So now Grady Dick's gonna come off the bench, and he's been cooking in his second. He's been averaging about like 17, 18 points per game this year.
Oh, word.
But he's gonna go to the bench. But now I'm like, yo, Brandon Ingram, you got to understand, because Brandon Ingram's a great playmaker. But the thing about the Pelicans, you were around a lot of players that all they knew what their strengths were, like kind of the score.
Yeah.
So a dude like Brandon Ingram, even though I could score,
Yeah.
I could also play make too. So I wasn't as maybe as aggressive as I could have been on that end, because Brandon Ingram's kind of been a consistent.
He's actually been cooking. I feel like over the last couple of years, he's been actually like really
24,
cooking.
25. So I think he's.
But I do feel
feel
like the way him and CJ McCollum score is similar to each other.
Yeah, it's just like
you know what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, it's like two of the same players.
I'm playing more of a point than you.
Yeah.
McCollum, like I'm letting you get off.
But they got
trying to get people right.
They sent Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. It is what it is.
Brown, yeah.
I don't know if the Pelicans are really in contention. Oh, they got Zion over there.
They're probably gonna get the first pick in the draft. They're ass.
No, the Wizards are gonna get the first pick in the draft. Probably the Wizards suck.
No, but Pelicans are
the Wizards. I mean, the Pelicans really suck.
Yeah, Pelicans are bad too. Their record is like that. Yeah, it's ass.
Word! I didn't know that.
Bro, injuries.
Really?
And fucking DeJounte Murray tore his Achilles again.
Oh, damn! I didn't know that.
That just happened like last week, but before that, Zion.
They were already
Zion again.
Zion be like in and off. Sometimes I don't know when he's playing.
He was on and off. Like, bro, everybody been on and off. But the one thing, the revelation there, the Pelicans, they do have untouchables. Herb Jones, who's just fucking elite defender, first team defender, and Trey fucking Murphy.
Trey Murphy,
Oh shit, he's coming.
Really?
Like, bro, the last 3 games, 42, 41,
really?
30.
Really?
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I bet he's going crazy on the books. I bet he's going crazy on the sports books. Like I haven't seen.
Yeah, right.
I haven't seen, but I'm sure motherfuckers is eating off of that.
It's one thing when players have the skill set. It's another thing when it's like, oh, he's cooking
opportunity,
shit, bro. And this year, he's definitely made a leap. Same like how shout out like a player even like Evan Mobley. Like
yeah.
Made a leap. You made a leap. You're definitely playing better.
I feel like Evan Mobley's leap was last year.
He's balling.
I'm not saying he's not balling, but I feel like last year he looked like, oh, like this nigga's here.
I think last year is like,
and he was only like 23 last year.
Last year, I just kind of like, yo, the player this dude can be. Like, yo, I just think he's cleaning up. He's got more polish, more assertive, a lot more assertive this year. But another trade that's pretty fucking major.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox, man.
Oh yeah. De'Aaron Fox, yeah. To the
Shout
Spurs.
out to the fucking Spurs organization.
That's crazy.
They literally just made themselves
contenders, not contenders, but relevant.
We're in the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna be in the playoffs. Don't worry.
And then
That's
let's see.
crazy.
And then let's see what happens from there, right?
Hey, bro, I don't know. We really haven't talked about Wemby.
Facts.
Bro, Wemby is actually like he's probably a top 10 player in the league. Bro.
Really, right now?
Bro, I mean, every night he's just doing everything.
Yeah,
everything, bro.
I'm not here to deny it.
4 or 5 blocks every fucking.
I mean, he's a walking
floor,
5 blocks
Clay,
for sure.
Like, bro,
He's a walking 5 blocks.
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah,
probably will get a steal or two too.
This nigga will get like a quadruple double at some point if he hasn't already. He might have already.
35, 40 footers too.
Yeah. Now Wemby has actually
it's crazy.
He's ascended actually even this year from last year.
He ascended.
I think the Chris Paul pickup was cool, was like really big for them because I've seen different clips where you can see him affecting Wemby. You know what I'm saying? And like
De'Aaron
really
Fox
influencing him.
was
And then adding De'Aaron Fox.
He's gonna play 2 more.
But the thing is, what I was gonna say is that De'Aaron Fox and Wemby is like what it would have been if Chris Paul and Wemby with Chris Paul in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Paul can be here for like another year, maybe 2, and then De'Aaron Fox and Wemby are going to be a problem. Bro. You know what I'm saying? But to your point about now it makes them relevant because you also got a guy who is an elite fourth quarter scorer, bro. They will be in any game, and if it's close in the fourth quarter, it can go to the Spurs.
And the main thing, bro, and I feel like this is kind of the theme for a lot of these trades we've been seeing. Y'all kind of just like dropping them on the team. Y'all didn't give up. Y'all didn't give up players.
Oh, yeah.
You still have Stephon Castle.
Yeah.
You still have Devin Vassell.
Oh, word,
You still have, like, you gave
they got
Barnes.
Sochan? They got Jeremy
Bro,
Sochan?
you still have Sochan. It's like,
word.
bro, you just dropped him on the team.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a problem. This is a problem, bro.
Yeah.
That whole team, they're kind of like small because they got Wemby. We don't need to have fucking big.
Bro, yeah.
Everybody just runs at Wemby.
Everybody guard the perimeter,
Oh,
and then he
shit.
just guards down low. Like
shit.
you don't even need
shit.
2 big men down
I think
there.
like
You know
Jeremy
what I'm saying?
Sochan might be like the second, like at 6'8".
Yeah.
Second tallest.
But like everybody could just guard the perimeter, and then
It's crazy,
it is
bruh.
insane. Actually, Wemby is actually a real defensive problem.
Whoa,
but
defensive player of the year.
how do you feel? Okay, because I don't think much more can be said other than the fact that De'Aaron on San Antonio kind of like changes the makeup of that team for sure. Gives them that outside player. I mean, because Wemby can play outside, but that's not the thing.
Fuck
But
up
he
a
can,
team's
yeah,
playoff trajectory.
100%. How do you feel about Zach LaVine on the Kings now? Do you feel like that makes the Kings any better, different? Because I don't know if Zach LaVine is if we're swapping for swap, like swap for swap. I don't know if Zach LaVine is better than better for me than De'Aaron Fox.
Look, man.
Because I don't think, even though De'Aaron Fox said he wanted to leave, I don't think he was being like toxic in the locker room or nothing like that.
He was being real.
But I'm saying so. I don't know if I look at the Kings as having been better or having been worse or having been the same.
Nah, so the Kings, look, I fuck with LaVine, I fuck with DeRozan.
DeRozan's over there too.
He's still there.
These niggas just moved. These niggas just moved from Chicago to Sacramento. That was gonna be the same shit. I didn't even realize that it's going to be the same shit as Chicago. Damn. Maybe win some regular season games.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
You got no Vucevic. You got Sabonis.
You got Sabonis now. You know what I'm saying? I'm weak.
No Kobe White. Malik Monk.
I'm weak. I'm weak. It's the same
whatever
team.
Player you want to say,
Yeah,
I'll give you the,
got comparable.
The doppelganger.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I'm weak. I completely forgot DeRozan was on that team, bro. That's crazy.
So Patrick Williams, Keegan Murray.
I'm weak.
Right. So
I'm weak.
So Pete. So I'm just like, man. Kings are like a team. I be wanting them to do well, but I'm just like,
same.
You just moved them, and I'm like, it's not like you don't have players that aren't good. It's just like it doesn't.
What are we doing here? To me, I'm like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
What are we on? Are we trying to just sell tickets? Are we trying to win a championship? I don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing?
You know what I'm saying?
What are we doing? And so that's how I feel about that. But at the same time,
but they had to get rid of De'Aaron, and they had to get something for him.
Exactly. De'Aaron is
he didn't want to be there.
You can't risk going into I'm a free agent now.
Yeah,
I'm not
and you
signing
get nothing
with
for
you.
him. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna make that move. We know where he's coming from. DeMontis Sabonis is probably the only untouchable on that team. But the thing is, I fuck with DeRozan and I fuck with Levine at this point of their career too. Whatever you trade for them, probably not even going to be crazy anyway. So you keep them. But, yeah, you kind of just move the Bulls over to here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Nah, that's facts. Another, we already talked about Butler.
I like Kuzma to the Bucks.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I feel like that was just an offload of Chris Middleton.
Oh, so the thing about Middleton again, like shout out Middleton, man. Really, very respectable player, but you've been having injuries past couple of years and kind of been a net negative because Bucks, they can't count on you. You're just not a body that they'll know will be out there.
Yeah.
Kuzma is a legit 3.
Yeah.
He's a legit 3. He was playing the one
he was playing like 4. He was playing 3-4 for the Wizards.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Year
and had to be like the star. Had to be the star of that team.
But this year he was kind of turned off because the Wizards' whole MO was kind of been like PT to the young talent and letting them get off. And
that nigga, I'm not sold on him.
And Kuzma was kind of just like, I'm not even with this.
Really?
So I'm trying to, So
the
got
Wizards,
up out of there.
Like I'm saying, like as it really hurts to be a Wizards fan right now because we've had bad teams, bro. We've had bad teams. It's not even the fact that the team is bad. I've been a Wizards fan through bad teams. This shit just looks ugly, bro. Our best player is Jordan Poole.
What are you trying to do?
You know what I'm saying? Like our best player is Jordan Poole. That sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? A backup point guard for a championship team is now our best player. You know what I'm saying? Like Alex Sarr, who was our number 1 pick, he don't look like a number 1 pick. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not really moving the needle. I don't really know what he's on. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen much of him play to be fair, but he don't jump out of the box score, and I feel like that means at least something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially if you're on a bad team, at least put up good numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then now we get Chris Middleton. Who sees if he even suits up for us? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? This nigga might just be injured for the whole year. I don't know. Like I'm really looking at the Wizards getting Chris Middleton, and I'm thinking I don't even know if he's going to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean he'll probably suit up towards. I don't know actually. Like now that I think about it, I don't know.
I think it's just something that's more so. His contract's probably gonna come soon to an end, and y'all probably let him go. Whereas opposed to they cleared up their books,
cleared up some books, yeah. But going back to the Kuzma end of the deal, I do think that it's very lit for Milwaukee.
And
you know what I'm saying?
pedigree.
But I say he got a championship because I had heard somebody, I can't remember who in the media, but I heard somebody say, Kuzma's a good player, like he's got talent, but he's been in Washington so long that he probably doesn't know what it's like to play meaningful basketball. I'm like, well, this nigga was on a championship team. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got to get back on it.
You just got to get, and once you get back in a championship environment, you'll assimilate.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Bucks are starving for that. They need more players that can get off on their own as well too. Can be a pop
and
threat.
Like Young can jump. You know what I'm saying? He can rebound. Like you know what I'm saying? He does exactly. It's funny when he was on the Wizards, he did a lot of everything. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was getting triple doubles on the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Kuzma for the Bucks, but I will say when he was on the Wizards, he was probably like the best player we had. Definitely like my favorite Wizard of this era of the, or not, I guess this era, yeah, or this rendition of the Wizards.
All right.
But
we didn't really talk about. I mean, I think we kind of agree. I know Butler went, so Butler did go to the Warriors.
Yeah, and I don't know if that makes the Warriors better though. Yeah. I really don't know, especially if you give up Andrew Wiggins. Like, I don't know if that makes. I'm not saying Andrew Wiggins is. I'm not comparing them apples to apples with each other. Yeah, but as far as team chemistry goes, you know what I'm saying. I don't know how, like, Butler is like a Draymond Green to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, more efficient and more effective scorer. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're both the 4-ish kind of player.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he got traded in the middle of the game.
Who did? Butler? Wiggins?
Yeah.
So he like left the game?
Yeah, like some shit. Yeah.
Oh, word. I saw a clip on YouTube of some fan.
He's like, ooh, this should never happen.
Motherfuckers getting traded in the middle of the game.
The players, can we at least
have
it the day after they play?
So the day after they play, or before the game starts or some shit. Yeah. But fucking I did see a clip on YouTube of a fan telling like Kevin Love and Tyler Hero that Jimmy Butler got traded at the moment that he got traded. And they were like, who did he get traded for? You know, so like, they was like, who's in the package? And motherfuckers was like, Kevin Love trying to make sure he not in the package. But fucking, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the Warriors got better with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I'm more thinking about like team fit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that does matter in the NBA.
He's more so at this point a multiplier to a team that's right there. Warriors are not right there. So
yeah, I see what you're saying.
That needle.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
he can if he comes into the right mix, it's boom, boom. You just boosted your shit. Here it's kind of like, well, what? So this is not like the Splash Brothers setup. It's not that.
It's
like,
not.
You know, I don't know what.
And it's also not like, and it's nothing like a Heat setup where we're looking at you to kind of like facilitate the offense and like the offense kind of runs through you, which I don't know if Jimmy Butler needs that. I don't know if he needs that, but I'm that's the player that I've seen. So when I see him now on the Warriors, I'm like, okay, what version of Jimmy Butler are we gonna get, or what version is gonna show? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see
George
how's that
more
fit.
of a type of player they should have tried to make like a play for. I think would have like kind of complemented how they move and their shit. With Butler, I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think it moves the needle at all.
Yeah.
I think they're the same team, and I like it for the Heat though. Like I think the Heat.
They just got rid of a headache.
They got the best thing, and they got the best thing you could have just got up out of that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically.
So you know what I'm saying? We talk about like some of like the Guppy trades. There's also DeAndre Hunter to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I think that makes the Cavs, you know what I'm saying, a little bit better.
I
mean, they were already nice.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And now I'm just like, I think the Cavs are like, yo, these are our soldiers. Let's go. We're trying to go to the ship. Period. Like, there's no other moves that need to be made. This is the team. Get it right. Get it done. Like, period. Even if you lose in like an Eastern Conference Finals this year,
try it again next year.
Run it back.
Same
Maybe
team.
you tweaking bench players and shit like, but this is the team for sure, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I'll be interested to see how it played out. I mean, even before DeAndre Hunter got there, I was interested to see how the Cavs act in the playoffs this year, because I think this is the year that's going to determine whether it's Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, does he have that playoff pedigree?
I mean, Donovan he always come through. I just always didn't think the team was up to par. I think Donovan
I guess there's some truth to that, right? Like, I mean, obviously he does ball in the playoffs.
Always.
He's had good playoff series, right? But I do think there's something to be. I mean, it's a team sport at the end of the day, but we always put it on the stars, right?
Right.
So I think there's something to be said that, okay, well, can you be a part of a team that makes a deep playoff run? I guess that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's more so I'm off some. I don't think there's.
You can't make no excuses, because you remember last year they were like, "Oh, let's get rid of Jared Allen. Let's get rid of what's the point guard? Garland. You gotta get Garland out of here."
We thought
literally.
And because bro, they made the right play, bro. You don't gotta break shit up all the time. You know?
Yeah.
So that's
you gotta
just
see
the
what
right play.
happens.
Hopefully the Magic get right now that Franz is back and Paolo are back, from the oblique situation. Now you're waiting for Suggs, but I like to see the Magic turn around. But all in all, I think it's going to be like the Celtics and the
Has anybody, after this trade deadline, has anybody jumped up to you as now they weren't a favorite
Lakers
to win it all, but now
Lakers,
they're in that conversation?
Vegas, their odds went from plus... Their odds went from plus 7,500 to plus 275.
Oh, word. Oh, word.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
After the things they did.
Yeah, I mean, Luka was in the finals last year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess we'll have to see how it comes together, because something that we've seen with the Lakers
Thunder,
is
like, I thought the Thunder really was gonna have it this year,
but something
until this shit happened. And I'm just like, yo, Thunder, you better watch out, because this last year I thought, slightly they had a chance, but we seen quickly, you don't have a big, you're not going to get it done.
Yeah.
Now y'all got y'all some bigs, but it's like, and it looks like y'all going to be the number one in the West again. Are y'all going to get over the hump?
Yeah, but with the Lakers, to me, because we've seen this where they get nice players and it takes a little while for them to mesh. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's kind of where I'm like, okay, let's see. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Let's see how they mesh. That's what my thought is. Like, let's see how Luka, Mark, let's see how they fit in. I mean, I'm sure they're going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're still, you know what I'm saying? We haven't even reached All-Star break yet.
Let's see it.
But I gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? Before I could say something like, oh, like favorite to win the championship. Because honestly, before seeing, like, if we're talking about just pieces, I like Dallas more than I like LA. If we're talking about pieces. Pieces on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying?
I was liking it until we got Mark Williams, and now I'm like, before we got Mark Williams, I was like, yo, Dallas is. I was like, but the Dallas fan base, they don't want to hear it. They don't want.
Oh no,
They don't want to hear shit.
You don't want to mortgage your future for today.
Like they're going as far as to say that, like, nigga, we can win a ship this year and it still would have. They said we would have took 15 years of Luka just going all out for us. Instead of just going and taking.
Well, they're crazy. That's why they don't make the decisions.
They sick. Yeah, exactly.
That's why they don't make the decisions.
Yeah, they sick.
That's
so,
facts.
but we gonna see. Time will tell. Time will tell if it was the right play for sure.
Nah, facts. Speaking of championships, let's go to the other side. The other, you know what I'm saying? The championship that's happening this weekend.
Yes.
We got Super Bowl. What is it? 59?
Is that what it is?
I think so.
I definitely.
XIL.
XIL.
I think that's 59, ain't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Or LIX. Sorry.
LIX.
Because L is 50. X is 10.
X is 10.
Yeah. So IX is 9. Yeah. Yep. We got the Chiefs and the Eagles rematch of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Honestly, not the Super Bowl I wanted to see. Not gonna hold you. As a Commanders fan, I wanted to see Commanders Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to see Commanders but Chiefs again?
Or I didn't care who came out the AFC. Honestly,
I thought the rematch would have been lit because y'all actually beat the Bills in '92.
Oh, the rematch of the '92 joint. Yeah.
The Bills. I know they're so starved,
bro,
because they lost 3 in a row.
They lost 3 in a row and they haven't been back.
So like they were right there. So I thought
facts.
that Commanders Bills would have been insane.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
Been insane,
yeah,
you know. But
I would have been really like interested to see the storylines of a rookie quarterback getting to the Super Bowl, because just the fact that after they beat the Buccaneers, after they beat the Lions
this year, though, bro. I don't know if I like.
No,
did they restore the feeling for you. I know you. It was you're just like, bro, like, fuck
it was amazing to actually watch games and feel like you could win them. You know what I'm saying? And feel like you could win them. I'm telling you, that Detroit game, bro. That Detroit game was a fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my homies were watching that joint, and I'm like, at the beginning of the game, get up to a decent start. You know what I'm saying? It's close in the first quarter, but we're going back and forth, and I'm like, damn, like we're right here. First that pick 6, I'm like, oh, like things are interesting. That pick in the end zone to go into halftime, I was like, we might win this fucking game. I was like, we might win this fucking game, bruh. So like that was lit. But I'm always interested to hear like what the storylines are in the week that follows, because to your point about watching the whole season transpire, as we got towards the end of the year and Jaden Daniels kept like orchestrating these late game comebacks, these you know what I'm saying, final drive scores, all these kinds of things. You kept hearing all this, oh, he's the first quarterback to do this. He's you know what I'm saying, no quarterback has done this since this time. The Redskins or the Commanders haven't done this since this time. All this kind of stuff. And then every week, like, the storyline just gets better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs. First rookie quarterback to go on the road and beat, you know what I'm saying, a higher ranked seed. First quarterback that could do it twice in a row. You know what I'm saying? So it would have been crazy to hear what the storylines were if we would have went to Philly and got it done, which that Philly game hurt because we could have, bro. The turnovers killed. We were the Lions of the week before. Like, we were in the game, but the turnovers like just took us out of the game. And I will say Philly's a great team. They're a great team as they're constructed, but I don't know. Outside of the turnovers, I felt like they weren't necessarily the better team that day. You know what I'm saying? But that's just kind of my take on the whole Commander season. I think the NFL honors tonight. So Jaden Daniels, I'm sure, will win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Although people are trying to make a case for Brock Bowers because he like broke records. You know what I'm saying?
He had a
great year, but
like
you know,
for the Rookie of the Year, isn't one, right? It's separated in offense or defense. Or
Yeah, it's offensive rookie and defensive rookie.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Jaden.
It's gonna be Jaden. It's gonna be Jaden. It's got to be.
But the Raiders. You're talking about the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders tight
right?
end.
Yeah,
Raiders tight end. Yeah, he
nuts.
did.
He did.
I think he broke the record for like receiving, for like catches by a tight end or something like that.
They didn't even have a quarterback before.
And they didn't have a quarterback all year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
he still had like 100+ catches. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think Garoppolo started the year, like all kinds of crazy shit going on. But you said who I think wins the Super Bowl?
Yeah, who you think is gonna win this?
I think it's going to be the Chiefs, bro. I think they're gonna win 3 in a row.
Man.
Which is crazy.
Man.
Which is crazy.
Man.
I appreciate greatness, bro.
Man.
But I'm sick of the Chiefs. I'm fucking sick of the Chiefs. But I can appreciate greatness when I'm watching it. And Pat Mahomes is, bro. Pat Mahomes is fucking. And we're talking about we haven't even gotten the taste of no homo. We hadn't even gotten the taste of Tom Brady out of our like palate yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're still kind of like Tom Brady's the greatest winning quarterback, the most winningest quarterback, the greatest quarterback ever, and Pat Mahomes is outdoing him in front of our eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you this. There's an exception that's gonna go down. Pat Mahomes doesn't gotta win 7. If he wins this one,
4 and then
like
wins
7
one more,
years, 5. It depends when he gets that 5th. If he gets that 5th relatively quick, man.
But
he don't need to get 7. It's gonna be the way he got it.
This is the way he did it.
Please, if they win this year, don't get me started about 4 in a row. Don't
get me started about
if that happens. He's gonna be the greatest.
They talking about Andy Reid talking about like maybe next year might be his last year. He said he only knows that he'll coach again next year. He doesn't know beyond that, which is that's a typical thing to say when you're an old guy. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you're gonna be gone next year, but I do think that his ships go with Andy Reid. I think that. I feel like he's a product of, and this isn't knocking Pat Mahomes at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do think because I had this argument with a homie the last Super Bowl. I think Andy Reid is the best coach ever. I think he's better than Bill Belichick. And the reason is because
back from them Eagles, NFC Championship
we discredit that because he didn't win no bowls then. Right. But this nigga was going to all the NFC championships. Right. Same way the Chiefs are going to all the AFC championships. Right. He's always been he's probably coached more football than anybody else because he gets so deep into the playoffs every year. But because he didn't win bowls back then, motherfuckers want to act like he wasn't doing shit. But I'm looking at that like, bro, like getting there is crazy enough. You know what I'm saying? And then looking at the Chiefs now, and then how everybody's saying Pat Mahomes has gotten to 7 straight AFC championships. Right. Andy Reid has been a part of all 7 of those. So this nigga went to 7 with him. He went to 7 or 6 or 8 with Philly. Like that's crazy amounts of playoff success, bro. Fuck the number of bowls you actually win. It's hard to go there and win them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to go there and win them. But the fact that you're in contention all these times is what's insane. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that will shift if he stops coaching and Pat Mahomes continues to play. But to your point, I do think if Pat Mahomes can win 3 in a row, that's crazy. If this motherfucker wins 4 in a row, yeah, probably best ever. And also too, we're watching the Michael Jordan of football in the sense of
type shit.
Lamar Jackson might not get none because of this nigga. Like Josh Allen might not get one because of this nigga. Like Joe Burrow may not get one. These niggas might not even ever get to a Super Bowl because of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Pat Mahomes has to go to the NFC or some shit, or they have to go to the NFC because like the road to the Super Bowl goes through him at some point. You know what I'm saying? Or that team. You know what I'm saying? At some point, which is kind of like it's fucked up, but it is what it is.
If the Eagles win, though, Jalen Hurts definitely quiets everybody.
He quiets a lot of doubters, but I think he needs this W for that. But I feel like this Eagles team is on the back of Saquon Barkley. It's not a revelation to say. I'm sure a lot of people know that. But I really do feel like I think NFL honors happening. I think Saquon Barkley should win MVP. Honestly, he would get my MVP vote if I had a vote. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think should win MVP, Lamar? I think he's the front runner. I think people think he's going to win it.
I hate sometimes this award not being awarded before the playoffs start because
your playoffs
is
influences your
it's validation of what whoever you chose.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like, obviously, right now, it's like, how could I?
How could you not say Saquon because his team is in the Super Bowl?
How can I not say that, bro? Because now it's like, that's the real impact. That was it right there. But I mean, as the season ended, I was more so one of the guys that's kind of like I won't give in to the fatigue. I'll just be like, yo, bro, Lamar. I mean, he just killed again. He had a better season than his last. I was definitely earlier in the season, the golf was making his case, but then he slipped up. He fucked up bad. But then Allen was right there as well, too, right?
Bro.
So Allen could have won it, and I wouldn't have been like, yo, that's fucked up.
Neither of those. No. If we're talking quarterbacks, none of those three got it for me. To me, the team is terrible, but it should be Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had more passing yards, had more passing touchdowns. The team was ass, man. Like, that's the only thing. That's why I think he's not even in. I don't even think people talk about him being in the conversation. But this nigga had the best quarterback season out of all of the quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? But his team was ass and didn't make the playoffs. Like, but I think he had the best season. But kind of like you said, it does matter. I don't know if you said that, but like it does matter what your team does and like how you impact your team. So I think that plays into it. But to me, yeah, that's who. If we're not talking Saquon, if we're talking how you ended the season, I think Burrow, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, people are. I mean, basically, it's kind of unanimous. I feel like everybody feels like it should be Lamar Jackson. Yeah, but yeah, there's such high levels of play this year, bro, that it's kind of crazy,
bro. Everybody just upticked what they did. It's like, yo, bro. And then the team got better. So the Josh Allen argument is also, bro.
He didn't have no weapons.
It was really addition by subtraction.
I still don't know any of the receivers on their team. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They don't got Gabe Davis over there, right? He's a tight end. Oh yeah, Shakir. I don't think they got
James
Davis
Cook really stepped up.
James Cook was really he actually had a good year. Man. Yeah, James Cook had a good year.
And Josh Allen is your fucking running back too.
Low key. Low key.
And Jalen Hurts too. I'll give him that. Those motherfuckers.
You think he should be in the MVP race?
Those motherfuckers are no. I'm just saying those are like running back.
Oh, like running back quarterbacks.
They literally both have
make a living off of running
touchdowns.
Rushing. Yeah.
What the?
I mean, Lamar Jackson is too. He's like a running back quarterback.
But Lamar has 4 rushing touchdowns this year. He's just really gets yards.
Yeah.
He will just go scramble.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers will, at the goal line, will fuck your parlay up and will run into
Jalen Hurts had 3 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts had 3 rushing touchdowns in the game this year.
Bro, Saquon has 0. I was so tired. I'm having Saquon for any time touchdown. Looking at this nigga running
from the 1 yard line.
Do you know how that? You just like,
I'm weak.
Yo, what the fuck? 3?
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck, bro?
I'm weak. Motherfuckers gotta find an answer for that goddamn tush push. That's what motherfuckers should be doing in the off season this year. It's funny, bro, because in that NFC Championship game, did you watch the game at all?
With the
Commanders Eagles NFC Championship. There was probably 5 plays in a row that the Commanders kept going offsides trying to stop that shit, bro. And then the referee had to come out and say,
"Oh yeah,
if this continues, we might award them the touchdown."
Yep.
That shit, I was watching that shit in real time. That shit was crazy.
I've never seen that happen. That's crazy.
Facts. But fucking, what about your Super Bowl prediction? Who do you think wins?
I'd like to see the Eagles win, but I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, and to me,
like to see them win, and they have a better chance of winning this time around than the last time. I definitely believe that. Yeah, I mean because of Saquon and now you're 10-year-old. Like I'm like, bro, I really
been there before.
I think exactly.
Did they have AJ Brown when they went there the last time? I feel like they picked him up that offseason, and then I was supposed to be there we got what we need now.
I don't think so, and that's Devontae Smith always kills against the Chiefs. He always cooks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, either one of the quarterbacks is gonna be a diversion, but I know that play action should get live. Like I'm like, bro, Eagles, y'all can do it. Yeah. Y'all can 100% do it, and the offensive line for the Eagles is
who's favored in this game? I feel like the Eagles should do it. Actually,
I haven't checked it. Yeah,
I actually feel like the Eagles should. What's it called?
But
I don't know who's favored in this game.
I'm just like, yo, bro, Mahomes. I see this motherfucker win 3 of them.
You can't.
He had 3 of them on his belt already.
You can't bet against him.
And he really in the playoffs, he really just
turns it up.
And
he turns into somebody
this year
else.
is one of the prime examples where it's like, yo, bro, this was his worst year he ever
statistically,
had.
Yeah. And they still went 15-1 or some shit.
But when it comes down,
didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they lost one game.
But when it come down to it, I'm gonna be there when it need to be done. I'm gonna make that shit happen.
That's facts, and that's what's
some real goat shit.
That's just that's really what's interesting about him specifically. A couple of things though that I think are interesting outside of the Super Bowl. There's also been a lot of trade talks amongst NFL players, like saying, well, I know Myles Garrett came out and said that he wanted to be traded. Yeah. I think if the Commanders made a play for Myles Garrett, that would be insane. Our biggest hole was our defensive front.
Eagles,
you know what I'm saying? And our secondary.
Y'all a real candidate though together.
I think so. I think we could be a real if Cleveland actually takes heed to what Myles Garrett said and tries to deal him. You know what I'm saying? But then there's another motherfucker that I think we can make a play for that I think the Rams said that they do want to trade is Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is also for a number 2, man.
Yeah, bro. Cooper Kupp and Terry McLaurin would be a crazy combo, bro. And then we still because I feel like the guys that we have playing the number 2 and 3 receivers this year would be great, like number 3 and 4s. You know what I'm saying? Like De'Ami Brown. Right. I don't think we had Jahan Dotson. We Zacchaeus, you know what I'm saying? Like some of these guys that kind of played out of their mind this year, 100%. They'd be great in like number 3 and number 4 roles, and then Cooper, bro, that would be insane.
Rams are definitely I don't know what it is why they're emphasizing so much. They're like I
think they like Nakua. I think they like Nakua, and I think I don't know why they're like pushing so hard because I think he's been there his whole career, right?
Said gone. We gone. I'm like, Lord.
And then him and Stafford are boys. They're like best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga won a triple crown. Like I don't know why they're trying to do him like this, but I guess they're trying to get him off the books or something.
I will say though, he also has been, since 2021, he's been injured.
No, that's facts. That's facts. I mean, Puka Nakua was hurt last year too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But Puka was a rookie. He's early on.
He's in his. I think this is going to be his third year.
We're not saying you're injury prone. That was just an injury for you.
And it's at the wrong time. Yeah. Like you're injury prone in your 7th year is worse than getting an injury in your 2nd year.
But Cooper Kupp still, I think, healthy as a number 2.
Yeah, and he's a threat. He's somebody you got to key on at least. You know what I'm saying? If he's on the field, 100%. So that would be crazy.
Last time he was healthy, he fucking had like 2,000 fucking receiving.
Yeah, he led the league in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns, which Jamar Chase did. It was actually kind of crazy to see the Bengals killing statistically offensively, but their team just they could not win games. It was insane.
Defense is fucking ass.
Yeah, man. I think that's it as far as like all the things we got to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the game this weekend.
Yeah,
I think it will be a good one.
For sure.
It's a rematch from 2 years ago. It's not so much that I want the Chiefs to win. I think it's who I think that's who will win.
Place the money on.
Yeah, it would be the Chiefs. Yeah. It's hard for me to say I would like the Eagles to win, but I would like the Chiefs. I don't want to. If I'm gonna have to root for anything, it's
Easter.
Facts. Like I don't want to see the Eagles win at all. I think it would be cool for the sake of Saquon because I fuck with Saquon as a player, and I like to see players get their you know what I'm saying, especially nice ones. You know what I'm saying, like players who were like really great. I like to see them get that ring so that it can add to their legacy, and people don't got to hold that against them. You know what I'm saying?
That shit's like that's exactly how I feel about Jada Daniels. I don't give a fuck about the Commanders.
At
all. Redskins, whatever. I don't care about that franchise. But Jada Daniels is tough.
Yeah, he's tough. And
I gotta fuck with.
Yeah. That's facts.
You know.
No, that's facts.
Terry
but
cool too. Like I can't hate like
Terry.
Tough. Yeah, like.
Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin.
Like bro, 5-6 years of straight.
Always had a 1,000-yard season. With don't matter who the quarterback is. This year he I think he broke the receiving touchdown record for the Commanders this year. Now that he had his consistent quarterback, you know what I'm saying? But Terry McLaurin is actually one of those players that I think is really tough. Even if he wasn't a Commander, I think I would fuck with him. But I going back to the Super Bowl thing, it would be cool to see a 3-time. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how I feel about it because I don't really care. But if it happens, it's cool. Like
history is cool.
Yeah, seeing history happen in front of your face is cool. But that's going to do it.
Game.
I do think it's going to be a good game. I do think it's going to be a good game. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's a good. I hope it's not like a blowout. I hope it's actually one of these kind of like 24-3. I hope he's one of those like how Atlanta blew a big lead. I hope it's kind of like you know what I'm saying, like it goes down to the wire after somebody blows a big lead. But if the Eagles go up like 28-3 and then if Pat Mahomes does some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I will be glued to the TV for sure. That's what we got to see him do. Like really come from behind. You know what I'm saying? Because usually in these Super Bowls, they're either like comfortably behind or like kind of leading it from the beginning. Like, if we see him do some kind of late game heroics like that, it'll be interesting to see. But that's gonna do it for today's show. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next time.
Early.